Welcome, everyone. This is Recovery Dharma. My name is Julia, and I'm so happy to be here today. And I'd like to share with you this beautiful sentiment of metta, loving kindness, on this little card that I painted. This one reads, "May your humility empower your heart mind. May your humility empower your heart mind." For anyone new to Buddhist practices, the word heart mind is one word. And that's because in the Eastern traditions, the mind and the heart are not separate. They are one thing. But in the West, we have a history and a mythology that keeps the heart and the mind separate, dual. And as a result, the heart can harden in an effort to self-protect, and the mind can narrow and close. And what's interesting about a narrow mind or a closed mind is its lack of curiosity, which is really the antidote. And it really is what enables us to open up. But there's something in our traditions in the West that have us conditioned to believe that curiosity isn't a good thing. We have to just stay with our fixed points of view. But we get into a lot of trouble when we do that. And so by opening up and softening, we harmonize what we think, what we believe, what we wonder about with how we're feeling. And so this month, in December, we have been exploring the theme of peace. And I have been reading synonyms for the word peace. And last week, for whatever reason, inexplicably, I forgot to read all the words, all the synonyms. And so today, we're going to catch up, and I'm going to read 26 synonyms for the word peace, or the concept of peace. And the reason why I'm doing this, the motivation for this, is sometimes we have a very fixed idea of the definition of peace. It means this, it looks like this, and only this. But by having different words, by having synonyms, similar definitions, we begin to broaden our experience of what peace is. And that enables us to have different options for how we can cultivate peace within ourselves and how we can see peace outside of ourselves. So without further ado, I'd like to read 26 words of peace. And I'm going to read them, list them one way, and then I'll read them again in the opposite direction so that you can hear them. And the practice of listening to different words, the practice of words mattering, is to pay attention in your own body and in your own mind to any kind of quickening, a little momentary that's the word. And if it comes alive in you in sort of a quickening way, pay attention to that. That might be your own intuitive knowing, your own wisdom trying to get your attention. Synonyms for peace. Tranquility. Calm. Quiet, harmony, order, concord, amity, goodwill, stillness, private, seclusion, solitude, serenity, equanimity, rest, ease, nirvana, joy, contentment, comfort, diplomatic, gentle, agreement, amnesty, stability, neutral. Before I read this list of words again, I want to remind everybody that I began this month with a beautiful teaching of Thich Nhat Hanh that very simply stated is, there is no way to peace. Peace is the way. And yesterday I gave a lengthy talk about Shantideva. We read 7 verses from his teachings. And there are several chapters in the book that we're studying. And in the 5th chapter of Shantideva's work, he gives a little insight about peace and control, really. And you've probably already heard this before, but it speaks to the compulsive nature of wanting control, thinking that externally controlling the conditions of everything around us will bring us peace. And it's a little bit like, he describes it as putting leather on the earth. You may have heard carpeting the earth. So when we're carpeting the earth, we're constantly controlling other things, other people, so that we can feel at peace. And there are aspects of that endeavor that are both good, positive, negative, and neutral. The point is to be aware of when we are trying to carpet the earth. And Shantideva teaches that rather than spend so much effort putting leather on the earth, make yourself a pair of shoes. And that way you can go anywhere. And it doesn't matter what the conditions are external to you, because you are protected. This speaks to the nature of peace. You can put forth so much effort trying to curate or climate control your life. But if the weather inside of you, if the landscape inside of you is tumultuous, you won't get very far in terms of peace. So we start inward. We start with ourselves. We put shoes on our feet. We spend time on a cushion. We contemplate the expansive meaning of peace so that we can shift our inner landscapes, take care of our inner landscapes, amend the soil of ourselves, nurture ourselves so that when we go out into the world, we bring peace with us. Peace is the way. And it is a practice. Synonyms for peace: neutral, stability, amnesty, agreement, gentle, diplomatic, comfort, contentment, joy, nirvana, ease, rest, equanimity, serenity, solitude, seclusion, private, stillness, goodwill, amity, concord, order, harmony, quiet, calm, tranquility. Friends, yesterday the take-home message from Shantideva is, according to him, two kinds of bodhicitta, two kinds of awakened heart and mind. One that aspires and one that engages. And to have an engaged heart-mind, you have to aspire to have an awakened heart and mind. So the two are connected. For this practice and this contemplation of peace, it begins by aspiring to have peace in our lives, to put down the habit energy of chaos and confusion. And that is not an easy thing to do. That's why it's a practice. And in that practice, it is essential to take stock of the moment-to-moment peace that we experience, rather than focus on 24/7 peaceful heart and mind. Just take stock of, right now I'm having a peaceful moment. It feels quiet, it feels still. I have contentment. In this moment, I had a very diplomatic engagement where I stayed open and soft. In this moment, I felt really neutral and equanimous. I could see the positive of the situation. I could see the negative of the situation. And together created this equanimity and neutrality within me. These are all experiences of peace. And the more we take notice of ourselves and the conditions surrounding the experience, the more we will amend the soils within for peace to last a little longer. For it to become more our way of being, our way of life, so that when we step into the world, into the ways of others, we remain an instrument of peace. And we're already doing it. So let's take a few more moments of silence to really enjoy the essence and the spirit of peace that we've created here in this beautiful sanctuary, in the stillness of present time awareness, meditation, and in the tranquility and serenity that we can experience by simply breathing in and breathing out. And maybe you can use your own body as a source of offering. Maybe if you notice in the body any places of tension, you can, with your good intention, your peaceful intention, you can breathe and offer your own body a little peace and see what happens. Enjoy your practice. end our beautiful practice today with a dedication of merit. And alrighty, friends, come back to a noble posture in the body. And just that word, noble, a noble posture. Allow that Buddha nature, that incorruptible place within you that has existed since beginningless time, that has seen so much evolution to the point of you here right now. It's humbling. Your effort here today is humbling. Not humbling in a I'm beating myself down to a humiliated point of view, but humble to a place of empowerment, of I am a messy miracle. And that's extraordinary. And that's what I get to bring to the world. So may your humility empower your heart-mind. May your heart be open. May your mind be open. May your heart be soft. May your mind be curious. Together, may they come together in the spirit of peace. And may you bring that to the world so desperate to have it. Thank you for your beautiful practice here today. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.